Another story we're watching closely, this one making national headlines. Accusations of harassment from Texas Democrats, investigations by the FBI and DPS, and President Trump defending his supporters who were involved. So let's step you through this. This is video from Friday. That's a Biden campaign bus on I-35 near San Marcos, surrounded by vehicles flying Trump flags. And that's not the issue. We've seen these kind of caravans all over the country. What is an issue, according to staffers, those pro-Trump trucks slowed down in front of the bus, trying to stop it on the highway, even run it off the road. At one point, the chair of the Travis County Democratic Party says one of those vehicles ran into a person's car, and those supporters were yelling curse words as well as threats. That led organizers to cancel the event that bus was headed to, blaming security reasons. We now know that the FBI office in San Antonio is investigating. So is the Texas Department of Public Safety. Not a lot of details here other than that there are open investigations. But criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Rick Flores says, in his expert opinion, the incident isn't an accident.
I think that there's probably a good chance that some criminal charges might be filed. I think everybody's lucky that something worse didn't happen. If there was actually injury to any of the persons involved, then we'd be looking at a felony.
Now, President Trump tweeted he believes the, quote, patriots did nothing wrong and that the FBI should be investigating others like terrorists, anarchists, and agitators of Antifa. Xavier.
Randy, that had a lot of people talking this weekend. Our election 2020 coverage continues all morning and tomorrow as well, and the next day. We're bringing the very latest results as soon as polls close tomorrow night. Our coverage starts at 6:30 on KHOU.com with the first results expected around 7. You can also watch CBS coverage on air, and we'll cut in with any important local updates.